Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Well, the alumni of the popular Corona schools are on the last stage of preparations to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the institution. Towards this end, plans by the old students are at an advanced stage to hold a dinner and gala night to underscore Corona schools' preoccupation with quality education in Nigeria. Joining us now for a quick chat is Sola Alamutu, the Vice President, Corona Schools Association for Communications and School Relations, and co-chairperson, the 70th Anniversary Alumni Planning Committee. Good to have you join us on the morning show. And congratulations on 70 years. Yes. I mean, I'm sure for lots of people watching, they can relate to a part of the Corona story, but you said you are from the 1974 set.
Yes.
Talk to me about what this experience, planning this anniversary, has been like, and just that legacy that Corona has come to associate itself with.
The beauty of this is that Corona School has, the past 70 years, gone through about 35,000 alumni from different fields, different endeavors. And within that period, we have had notable alumni that have contributed to nation building. And for me, being the 1974 set, I actually attended the very first of the Corona schools, which is Ikoyi Day Nursery, which was at 35 First Avenue, and it's still there today. So you can imagine when I go past, I look at it, I'm like, I was like maybe 2, 3, 4, but all the memories come back of me playing in the Wendy house, of me doing ballet and things like that. You know, I go in there and it's like, I'm remembering things, you know, and then I get other people to come as well. Now, Corona has so many schools. We have primary school, we have nursery, we have secondary. And so with this gala, we are bringing people from all the different schools together. From Yaba, even though it doesn't exist anymore, we've been able to get the alumni together. From Ikoyi, where I went, there's Apapa. Apapa doesn't exist anymore, but we've been able to get those who went there together. Ebutemeta, we're getting them together. We're getting Lekki, the newest of our school. We have Victoria Island. You know, having all those schools and having alumni, people who have actually gone there, come together to celebrate a school that has run for 70 years is actually very nostalgic for me. It's amazing. It's exciting.
Okay, so there's a black tie coming.
Yes.
When is that, and is that the core component of the 70th anniversary? You know, where is it happening? For who? If you're bringing people from, you know, the old schools and the new schools, are you going to have thousands of people, you know, do a black tie?
We're going to have hundreds of people, because, you know, a lot of people all over the world. That's the beauty of people who attended Corona School. You know, we're just basically everywhere. But we are going to have this gala night that's going to be a day of reconnecting, a day of elegance, a day of glamour, a day of celebration. And it's happening on Saturday, the 14th of June. That's next Saturday at the Jewel Ida Center in Lekki. However, also to mark our 70th anniversary, we're having to establish a legacy project called the State of Art Tech Hub, which is going to be equipped with also digital equipment that Corona schools, pupils, and other schools, pupils will be able to benefit from STEM. We are also going to establish a scholarship for deserving students that are underprivileged. So that's all part of our... This is the Alumni Association doing that in conjunction with Corona Schools Trust Council. The reason Corona Schools has been able to survive is because it's not a one-man business. It's run by a trust, Corona Schools Trust Council, and constantly there are CEOs and boards of governors that are being changed every now and then. And they're gotten from, what do they say, men and women of timber and caliber in the society who care about education, who are interested in seeing that there's a legacy that continues. Starting from 1955, we started with 5 pupils, then 20 in Ikoyi, moved to Ebutemeta, moved to Yaba. Now we've had over 35,000 people come through that. And we've had notable people, like our former vice president. Yes, he went to Corona.
He went to Corona.
Burna Boy went to Corona. Yeah. Banky W went to Corona. Donald Duke went to Corona. Bukola Saraki went to Corona. I went to Corona. So we have all these people, Teju Babyface, different fields, arts, politics.
And they will all be part of this celebration?
They're all part of it, those who can attend. Yeah. And those who can't, we have this fundraising drive that we're asking those who can come to also donate, to be a part of it, so that they can donate towards the legacy project, the tech hub, which is going to, like I said, it's going to be a continuous thing. All the schools are going to benefit from. They're also going to be able to donate towards the endowment fund for scholarships, and of course our Black Tie Gala, which is going to be the event of the century. Fantastic. If I do say so myself.
What is the legacy of Corona? What's your culture? Because you were asking us before, like what schools we went to. I went to Grange, and ours is culture of continuous improvement, right? And we have
culture of world-class education.
World-class.
And the theme for this event is an odyssey of influence.
An odyssey of influence.
Yes. So over the years, we have influenced through the journey the whole nation, like I said, in fact, the whole world, because we have Corona students everywhere. Even the CG, I didn't say that, Chief Justice of Federation, Justice Kekweko went to Corona.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm such a proud alumni of Corona School.
I can tell. I have an odd memory of Corona, right? Because I did tell you my sister went there.
Yes.
And it's a song that she would always sing in the house.
Okay.
And I don't know if that was a real thing or if it
Okay.
was just my mind.
Okay.
So it was a tribute.
Our founder, farewell, may your soul rest in peace. Then Matiko Tiko Makeke Majeko Dumi, rest in peace. I don't know if that was a real thing.
I don't know that's no. It's not a new generation, but
It's
Mrs.
not.
Majek
Yeah,
Kodumi,
but you don't know it.
ago.
do you
no,
know
I
it?
don't know it.
Is there a Majek Kodumi that's
Mrs. Majek
affiliated
Kodumi was
to the school?
the CEO of the school. She was one of the founders of the school. I must have been like 2. 1.5.
That's what I'm telling you. It's
Yes.
a song that they used to
Yes.
sing
Yes.
often.
As a reminder of, is it a she? I think
Yes,
it's her
it's a
work.
she.
Yeah, her
Yes,
work
Mrs.
and
Nora
Mrs. Nora Majek Kodumi, her work and her legacy. And I think tribute is very important to Corona, because oftentimes you find that when maybe an alumni passes or someone who was central to the entire establishment, there would always be a form of remembrance that's put in place. Why is that so important with regards to the culture of the school?
Just like you said, talking about legacy, the pupils and students who have been passed through there are very, very important to the school. For me to be able to name some of those people. And so when they pass on, we want to pass that on to the current and future generation. These are the people that started the school, these are the people who attended the school, and you can be like any of these people.
All right, as we begin to wrap up, I'd like you to talk about this one I mentioned legacy, but then in terms of the quality of teaching, the products that come out of Corona, the curriculum, how has it been over 70 years? If you have to look at the last 10, 15, 20 years of Corona, does it compare to the good old days? I say this because, you're mentioning Corona, she's mentioning Grange. Some of us went to public primary and secondary schools when they were good, when they were quite good. But then we know that things have changed a bit. How is it with institutions like Corona, big names, maybe a bit elitist or something, but then in terms of quality, has there been a sustenance of that quality as far as education is concerned in Nigeria?
There has been a sustenance because we have a name and a brand. We know that we have to keep it up, and because there's so much competition now, unlike before. Before you could say Corona was the school. Now there's so much competition. So in terms of training the teachers, they're constantly being trained here and abroad. And now Corona actually has, in the past, within the past 10 years you talked about, we have a college of education. And that trains our teachers and also other teachers from other schools, so that the teaching staff, which are very important, are up to par with not just the Nigerian education, but education all over the world. So that is what it is that has kept that legacy that I'm talking about, because we know that we have to be on our toes. because like you said, education in Nigeria, we know is not the same. So we are on our toes. We have a governing board that are on their toes to ensure that the equipment, the building, in fact, we've particularly renovated, my school has been renovated a couple of times, to make sure that the building, the structure itself, the equipment that is there, everything is up to par, so that the standard does not go below what it was in those days. Because that's, like you said, that's what's happening all over the world. So we have to continue. And then the good thing is that the alumni, we're not sitting down. We're not allowing our school to go down. We are there. I'm there constantly. I'm in charge of communication and school relations, which means I go around all the schools to find out what's happening. I speak with the teachers, I speak with the pupils, I address them, I mentor them, and I get back to the other alumni. And also, I have a relationship with the Corona Schools Trust Council to find out what it is that they need. We get some of the alumni to come there to talk, to mentor, to show that there can be a school that lasts 70 years and still as good as it was 70 years ago, even better.
Fantastic. Sola Alamutu, we want to thank you. The green lady, you're
the Green Queen, yes.
The green queen.
The Green Queen.
But on Saturday, you'll be wearing black, isn't it?
I'm going to wear green. Don't tell anybody.
Don't worry,
I'm wearing green. They didn't hear. Green with a little black.
All right, we want to thank you,
thank you so
much for joining us. And congratulations. We look forward to Saturday.
Yes.
Those who have stuff to do with Corona.
Yes, you do. It's not just alumni. We are inviting friends of Corona. Friends of Corona are people like you. Friends of Corona are spouses, neighbors, nieces, nephews, cousins, everybody who loves our brand.
Fantastic. Thank you. All the best then.